Good morning, WLEV Radio.
Hello, Cindy.
Yes.
Hi, this is Phil.
Hi, Phil Collins. How are you doing this morning? You had quite a night last night.
Yeah, I won late, but I got my kids here, so we stayed up and had a chat.
Aw, that was nice. Now,
Yeah.
the Songwriters Hall of Fame gave you its highest honor last night, the Johnny Mercer Award. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
I read somewhere, Phil, that you were surprised to get this honor.
Yeah, well, I'm surprised to get anything. Yeah, I mean, it's because it's their biggest honor, as it were. It just seemed a bit out of my reach, really. Never thought about it.
Oh.
And then I got an email a few months ago from Hal David saying, and it kind of, I didn't read it. I mean, I read it, but I couldn't quite make out because I thought that maybe I was presenting the award, or maybe it was down to me a 1 of 10 or something. But I kept reading it. And the more I read it, it sounded like they just already decided that I got it. So.
Oh, well, you're very modest and you're very sweet, but...
That's true. True, very true. I did make a phone call to my manager and asked what it was all about, and then I sent notes to all my family because I was very, very proud of it. I don't normally do that kind of thing, but I thought my brother and sister and my kids should know. So it did affect me quite a lot.
I guess it did. It's been a kind of a big year for you, inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in March, and now the Johnny Mercer Award, and you have a new album coming out in September. Wow.
Yeah, and these things sometimes happen near the end of one's...
Oh, stop.
So it's like you start looking behind you for the Grim Reaper, but it's they give you the lifetime things when it's near the end. But I'm being facetious.
I know you are.
It's a big year. I mean, the album, I'm really so happy with that.
Yeah, tell us about the album.
Well, it's something I wanted to do pretty much all my life. I mean, I grew up with, in the 60s, it was Motown, Atlantic, Stax, and the Beatles, and I always loved singing other people's songs and did it in my school band. And one of my favorite groups actually used to play the Marquee Club called The Action, and I used to go and see them every time they played, and they played most of my album. I mean, my album's like their set list, really. Right. And I just always wanted to do it, and it suddenly was suggested to me that I did it, and I thought, well, let's see if I've been wanting to, and someone's suggesting I'm going to go with it. So it took me about a year and a half from beginning to end. Okay,
and it's Motown and soul?
Yeah, it's mainly Motown, I suppose, but there's a couple of Curtis Mayfield songs and a couple of Goffin and King, Dusty Springfield songs. Generally speaking, it's what I was listening to in the 60s.
Oh, well, I can't wait to hear it. We have to wait until September.
Yeah, it's unusual. Normally, I mean, the whole album was picked up and put down at different times so I could live a normal life with my kids. And so it's taken a little bit longer, which actually has been beneficial to it. But, I had the Funk Brothers play on it. They came over to Switzerland and played on some stuff. Well, played on everything, actually. And I met some new musicians, Jason Rebello on piano, who plays with Jeff Beck, and I used a couple of my old pals. But, you normally, by this point, if I'm in America talking to people, it's usually because the album is coming out, and of course it's not coming out until mid-September. So. However,
you're going to be highlighting the music in your concert, correct?
Oh, yes. Yeah, we kind of to complete the journey, if you like. I wasn't sure if I wanted to do it at first, because the album, when you've just finished something like that, there's so much attention to detail on getting it to sound the way it did in the 60s. And to do that live, obviously, is a bit tricky.
Right.
But I was persuaded that it did complete the circle, from beginning to end. Mm-hmm. And we've been rehearsing a couple of weeks. We just finished before I came here, day before yesterday. So we've been rehearsing for a couple of weeks, and we're ready to go now. So we're just doing 6 shows, that's all.
I've been reading about your concerts, and they sound like a lot of fun. You're going to be at Philadelphia's Electric Factory on Sunday and Monday with a 19-piece band, and the Funk Brothers are going to be there too?
Yep, that's right. Yeah, it's a bit like a review, I mean, we put lots of songs together into medleys and play some of the songs that weren't on the record as well as some of the songs that are on the record, because we finished 29 songs for the record, but 18 are on the album itself and the rest of them are spare at the moment. But I mean, the only thing that should be a bit of a red light to everybody is that we're not playing any of my old material. It's just the Motown, just the soul stuff.
Right, so they need to know that coming in, because, everybody loves your other stuff, too, I understand it's like an old-school-style standing-room-only dance concert?
Yeah, well, it's we're sort of setting the clocks back a little bit. I mean, the band are dressed in the same gear. You know, we've got Apollo Theatre style bandstands because some of them are reading, and you know, without it being a parody or a pastiche, we're not mimicking. We're just trying to go back a little bit in time.
Well, I just think it sounds like a lot of fun, and
it is. Yeah, it's supposed to be.
Yeah, it's like a big party, going to your concert and just having a good time and dancing and.
Well, you got the right idea.
Yeah,
so you should obviously come. So.
Obviously, I should. So what's next for you today? Are you just taking it easy today, or do you have rehearsal? What do you have to do?
No, we're just doing various interviews and things today, and tomorrow we're mastering the record. Actually, it's all mixed, but we're just mastering it, and that's a bit of a stage where quite a lot can happen. So, and then if we come up to go down, we go to Philadelphia, and. I think we're going to have a little bit of a rehearsal between Philadelphia and New York, which is a day off.
And you have your kids with you?
Yeah, although only a few of them. I've got 5, and the 2 little ones are back home in Switzerland because they got school. But my 3 big ones, they were here last night, and a couple of them will be here for the concerts.
But that's nice giving you some time to hang out with them, huh?
Yeah, it's great. Yeah, they're
great.
all, they're all adult now.
Yeah.
Granddaughter staying at my place. It's very nice.
Aw, that's awesome. Well, Phil, you're a sweetheart, and I really appreciate you taking the time to chat with us.
You're very welcome.
And we're going to send everybody down to see you in Philly, and I know everything will go well. You just have a great time, and I can't wait for your album in September.
Yeah, thank you very much.
All right, you take care, Phil. Thank you.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.